Hello students, my name is Sumit Mehta. So in today's lecture, we will discuss about some questions based on limits of polynomial and rational functions. Okay, so first I am writing down the question. Okay students, so here is the question in which we need to find out the limits. So I am doing the first part, which is given to us as limit x tends to 2 x cube minus 4x square plus 4x upon x square minus 4. So for this student, I will write this as limit x tends to 2, taking x common from this, what we are left with is x square minus 4x plus 4 upon x square minus 4. Okay, so now I can write this as, this is a x minus 2 whole square upon, this is x minus 2 into x plus 2. Okay, so limit x tends to 2, this x minus 2 get cancelled out once upon x plus 2. Okay, now by putting the limit x tends to 2 in the question, this is 0 upon 4. So this is getting as 0. So this is our answer, student. Okay, now let's move to another part, which is limit x tends to 1 x cube minus 2x square upon x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, so let me first erase this part. So student, I can write this as limit x tends to 1. In the question it was actually 2. Okay, x tends to 2 x cube, taking x square common, so we are left with x minus 2, and in the denominator it is x minus 3 into x minus 2. Okay, so writing further, this x minus 2 get cancelled out, student, so I can write this as this. Now by putting the limits, this is 2 square upon 2 minus 3 minus 1, so it is minus 4. So the answer is minus 4, students. Okay, so now student, I will tell you one theorem of rational limits of rational functions, in which is very useful for doing further questions. So student, here is the theorem which states that limit x tends to a, x to power n minus a to power n upon x minus a is equals to n times a n minus 1. Okay, so this is a very important limit theorem which will be very useful. So now we're gonna discuss some questions based on this limit. Okay, so the question, how the question comes is limit x tends to 1 x to power 15 minus 1 upon x to power 10 minus 1. Okay, so to make this expression of this limit, can I write down this as x to power 15 minus 1 upon x minus 1 divided by x to power 10 minus 1 upon x minus 1. Okay, because when we divide, this will become here and this got cancelled out. Okay, x minus 1 got cancelled out. So now I can write this x tends to 1 x to power 15 minus 1 upon x minus 1 divided by limit x tends to 1 x to power 10 minus 1 upon x minus 1. So I have separated the limits here. So now by putting the formula n times 15 times, here a is 1, 15 minus 14, 1 is 14. So this is also 10 times 1 power 9. Okay, so this is by this theorem, student. So this is 15 by 10 actually. So this is equals 3 by 2, and this is your answer. So student, in these type of fractions or these type of questions, we can apply directly this formula. Okay, now I hope that you guys are pretty clear about how to find the limits of a uh, fractional functions where they are in the form xn minus a to power n upon x minus a. Okay, and in the next lecture, student, we will discuss limits of trigonometric functions. Okay, so stay tuned for next lecture on trigonometric functions. Thank you. Happy learning.